been compared to the previous experience?
I think each year we're curating a true carnival in Jamaica culture. It's the only carnival that incorporates so much dancehall and reggae music in addition to other Caribbean music genres, so it feels more authentic to the country.
We are aware that the location has changed overall, YardMas. Is there a reason for choosing this location in particular?
Well, this location for Campari Boulevard actually allows for us to entertain even more persons within a safe real estate. So when you look on it now, it's an increased amount of square footage, and we've also been able to incorporate that of a stage crossing. So persons who are participating in Xodus and YardMas, they can participate in a stage crossing, which probably hasn't been done in Jamaica since maybe Jamaica Carnival Byron Lee era.
How about the national indoor? Why that space?
Well, I know for YardMas, they utilize the National Indoor Center for that, of the lunch stop. And for their lunch stop, really and truly is to enhance the consumer experience. It's air conditioned, which I don't think anybody has ever really gotten in the Caribbean. So I think, for YardMas, it was a big move there for them. Last year was the first year of YardMas, and the lunch stop location was that of Center Stage in New Kingston. So it was just a change, as I said, for them to incorporate air conditioning. But as I said, outside of that, we're here on Campari Boulevard, partying with Xodus and YardMas.
So you've been on the road?
Yes.
Tripping down the road?
Yes.
How has this experience been compared to the previous experience?
I think each year we're curating a true carnival in Jamaica culture. It's the only carnival that incorporates so much dancehall and reggae music in addition to other Caribbean music genres, so it feels more authentic to the country. And then because of Campari Boulevard, which we have as free of cost for persons once they claim the ticket online, that allows for inclusivity. So as you guys know, we partner with Xodus and YardMas for that of on the road. So whether you see the drinkware, the trucks, you'll see Campari everywhere for the revelers. But what Campari Boulevard allows as well is for persons who may not probably have the financial means to participate with on the road, they get to still experience Carnival by being on the boulevard.
Okay. What are the types of revelers that you're seeing here now? How would you describe the crowd and the energy for me?
So what I can say really is just a kaleidoscope of the Caribbean. So majority Jamaican, of course. This is a carnival in Jamaica. But outside of that, we have persons from Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, Guyana, France, USA, Canada. It's crazy when you really think of how many persons are here in Jamaica, which is what Carnival allows. It allows for linkages. It allows for not only the tourism in the sense of hotel rooms, but linkages when you think of, let's say, the taxi drivers, the vendors. When you think of how many temporary workers are here today, alone is over 1,000 to 2,000 temporary workers alone for today. So it's really an industry that has so many positive spillover effects. And then because it's now a lot more inclusive of Jamaican music, it really feels more authentic to the culture.
I spoke to a lot of the revelers earlier, and I realized that many of them are first-timers here. Are you experiencing the same thing with a lot of newcomers this year?
That is actually the best news for us. So what it is that, although, let's say Carnival has been in Jamaica, I think Byron Lee iteration would have been late 80s into early 90s, or UA Carnival before, we actually have the youngest carnival in the Caribbean in terms of a number of years. So what you do want is that with each stage, and you have more and more persons who choose to play mas, because we are still many years behind in terms of age with the other carnivals.
How about the government officials? What are they saying about this? Are there any feedbacks, comments, especially from our Minister of Entertainment and Sport?
So yes, so we actually do work with the Ministry of Tourism through the Carnival in Jamaica committee, and it's something where what we try to do is, because as I said, Carnival is still new to, even though it's been around for some time, it's still so new to Jamaica, and because for us reggae and dancehall is day in, day out. So what we try to do with Carnival in Jamaica is we take on a majority of the expenses. So it's not something that really affects the taxpayer. What the government does through Carnival in Jamaica, the brand, is put on their stamp of authority on it as a national product, and they help with some level of marketing. And they're happy with the product because, as I said, in speaking with an official up to maybe 2 days ago, they're expecting a generation of $5 billion from Carnival in Jamaica this year, from, as I said, from the airports to the hotels to the vendors, the taxi drivers. They're just costume designers, hairdressers, nail technicians. There are so many persons who are able to participate, financially from this.
What does this mean, though, for the Carnival landscape, futuristically speaking?
Well, what I can say is that Carnival in Jamaica will continue to grow for a few reasons. One, as persons feel as if it's more inclusive, especially when it comes down to, as I said, the type of music and such. We'll have more Jamaicans participating, and then outside of that, we're expecting a surge in growth of tourists. And the reason for this is when you think of other carnivals throughout the Caribbean, all carnivals are held in mainly the capital cities, right? So think of a version of Kingston throughout the Caribbean. But what most other Caribbean countries don't have is an expansive road network as Jamaica. So when you come to Carnival in Jamaica, you are able to go to and you stay in Kingston, you're able to go to Duns River Falls within an hour. You're able to go rafting within an hour by going on the highway and going to Ocho Rios. Within 30 minutes, you get to go to Hell Show and have fish. So just these are the cultural pieces. It's hard for persons to not choose Jamaica once they know what Jamaica has to offer from Kingston within an hour. Because even in Kingston itself, whether it's a downtown art district for persons who want to take photos, Devon House, Bob Marley Museum, just think about it. We're a tourism mecca, so once they know that, hey, you get to play mass and experience the culture, it's going to be hard for other Caribbean markets to compete as more persons know about Carnival in Jamaica.